around. Coach Human and Steve Cully were never found. They talk about the team with such zeal, strategies and plays. They analyze it well. The stadium's full of cheers and shouts. UConn's got spirit, we'll never doubt. Coaches share their thoughts. It's quite the treat. In this lively huddle we always meet. Huskies, we stand tall. With Coach Human and Steve Cully we call. Game plans and strategies, we break it down. In the Husky Huddle, our passion won.
All right. Welcome to another Husky Huddle, hosted by me instead of Steve Cully, because he does not like the fact that I fall asleep halfway through the Husky podcast.
No, as I said, I'm just amazed.
Or a multitude of things, I guess.
I'm amazed. I'm just amazed that you can do a prospect podcast, no problem. And they often run for over an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then I get you, and I don't get the feedback. So I would just like to see how it's done your way. And maybe I can learn something. Maybe I can take something away from that.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to learn. Isn't that what life's about? Trying to learn?
It is what life's about.
It is what life's about, and understanding your deficiencies, and you're trying to get better at them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that many deficiencies, so. No,
well, of course not you. I mean, you're halfway to perfect, so I get that.
I read last night that as I was going through newspapers.com to look up old clippings of my wife's father when he played basketball in high school in semi-pro. And I was looking at them, and there's a lot of cool clippings. And I decided, obviously, to mosey on over to my clippings, which there are endless amounts of. But
Google. You just Google, and there's just endless clippings.
For newspapers, you got to go to newspapers.com.
Oh. Right.
And it's actually hard. I type my name in, it comes right up. You know what I mean? So you would find stuff on you pretty quick. Like if you type Steve Cully and.
Well, I only had like 2 articles on me in 3 years, so that's okay.
Oh, I bet you I could find out what you have. Let's see.
No, there's nothing. Well, in high school, there was a couple after when I played professionally, but not in high school because I was a lineman. Nobody cared about linemen.
Well, let's see. I'm a subscriber. So let's see what we can find.
There's no way. First of all, you're not going to know the newspaper in our area. Second of all,
take me 2 seconds. Steve Cully. Let's see. I'll give a range here. You're a high school. Let's go high school years. What was that? 2000?
99 or no? 96 to 99. I played.
Okay, perfect. There we go. Steve Cully. Hartford Current. Let's see what they got here. 99.
Well, they put that on our visit. Yes.
Edsel got oral commitments from 2 players Friday, including Steve Cully, a 6'4", 290-pound offensive lineman from New Hartford, New York, who was among 8 players making official visits this weekend.
And I had the best quote. Everyone loved my quote.
Let's see if I can find your quote. Well, no, they wouldn't have interviewed you. On a commitment,
they could interview me after I committed.
They could? Okay.
They interviewed me on my official visit in January, and they took us to a basketball game. And they had liked my quote.
Yeah, there was nothing in there. So.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let's go through. There might be another one. Hold on.
I had like 2 articles in the Hartford Current. I was a lineman. Nobody wrote
a lot of it. Tommy Collins committed the same time you did, I guess.
Yes, Tommy and I went on the same visit. Thank God.
My dog's.
And Tommy was talking about all the other offers he had, which was great.
Yep. And then there's what's this? Did you write for the? Oh, it's California. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can find anything else on you. Let's go to Let's go to New York. There we go. See if we can find any other stuff. I guess you played basketball?
Yeah. Well, sort of. Yeah.
A lot of zeros in there.
Yeah. A lot of zeros.
Yeah, but you're in a box score there. Bo, chill out, man.
I was the.
And you were a shot putter. And you were a shot putter.
I was. Yeah. I was.
Oh, it shows the All Stars. I guess you guys call it All Stars, not All State. Yeah.
Well, no, we had an all-star game, but we did have all. I was all state, but we had an all-star game.
All State D lineman. You were not All State O lineman, but All State D lineman.
No, I was an all-state O lineman. It shouldn't say D lineman.
It says D lineman.
It doesn't say O and D.
I'm going to show you.
Oh,
I'm going to kill my dog.
I'm curious of what it's saying it on. It's on the. Oh, it does list D lineman.
It does list D lineman. See, as you get older, the facts.
Okay. No, this is the Syracuse paper. So the Syracuse Post Standard, the Syracuse paper apparently put me as a D lineman, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm sure you played both ways because you went to a small high school, right?
Yes, I played both ways. But yes, it's funny that they would list me as a D lineman. Yes, that is quite.
They probably wanted to squeeze another kid on there.
They probably did because they hated our area, and we played all Syracuse teams.
And you had, let's see, there's another one here on you.
Yeah, there's
track.
Yeah, I was
Cully, New Hartford All-State football player Steve Cully, 52.5 in the shot. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
That is good. You're a good athlete.
No, I wasn't.
Well,
I was just big and strong.
Explosive. All right. Well, if you don't,
I was big and strong.
Explosive. You're very strong, right?
I was big and strong. I could throw a metal ball.
I love the zeros in hoop though. That's the best. The zeros and hoops.
I was the 15th man. I was the 15th man on a 2-18 basketball team.
You were the muscle? Is that what you were? You were.
No, I didn't get in. I never played. I set a record. I set a school record for fouling out in the least amount of time in the history of New Hartford basketball. I fouled out in less than a quarter. And it was because UConn sent Mike Kelly, who was recruiting me at the time. Yeah, I don't know if you remember Coach Kelly.
Yeah, of course.
He came up to watch me play basketball. So the basketball coach, great guy, just a great guy. He said, well, we'll give Steve some time. He puts me in the second quarter. 7 minutes later, I foul out.
That's funny.
And, well, it gets funnier because the referee of the basketball game was an assistant coach at Hamilton College. And I used to go to the Hamilton College basketball camp every year just to waste time. And he called every foul on me. And as I fouled out, his response was, son, where did you learn how to play basketball? And I said, at your stupid fucking camp. And I walked off. And everyone was dying laughing because, he asked where I went.
How far is Hamilton from you? Not far?
Hamilton's 5 minutes down the road.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Isn't that a beautiful campus, Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it New Hartford or Hamilton's the town?
No, it's funny. The town is Clinton, New York, and Colgate is in Hamilton, New York.
Which so is how the next funny town is after that? Is that the next town after that? Or?
No, it's further. It's further away.
Further out. Well, that is weird.
Yeah, it is weird. But no, the president of Hamilton College lived in our development for years. The president of Utica University lives in our development. But yeah, they all live around here. A lot of the prices at Colgate are high, so a lot of them live in the suburbs. But Colgate's in the middle of nowhere, so We're like one of the closer towns to Colgate.
Got it. That makes sense. Frank back yet?
I just sent him a text. He should be. Yes, it's the 11th. I thought he was getting back today because he left the weekend that the producer was here, and I think that was July 14th. Yeah, 14th, 15th. So I'm pretty sure he left, and it was yeah, he should be back. Yeah, he should be back. So he's just busy right now. I sent him a text, so I'll wait to hear from him.
So what's going on at UConn's camp right now?
Not much. They're in the pads, which is good. I believe they have a scrimmage coming up this weekend. They had some positive announcements. Wes Ho, he's the Syracuse transfer. He's the center. He was named to, this is a big deal, he was named to the Remington Trophy watch list.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the best
center.
Offensive lineman. I don't know if it's center or
best center.
Oh, it is center. Yes, it is center.
Dave Remington, center.
Yeah, Billy Irwin was named to that as well. So he was named to that, which was good, and he started for Syracuse, and I believe this is he's a post-grad fifth-year guy because he graduated in 4. Skylar Bell was named to the Bolitnikoff Award watch list, which is very good. He's our guy, so he absolutely should be named to that. The only thing with him is statistically, his numbers are low. His ability is high, but for his numbers, it's low to be on that list, and hopefully they skyrocket. Cam Edwards, the running back we love, was named to the preseason candidate for the Doak Walker Award, which I think is valid. Wow. Yeah, that's good. I mean, he had 800 yards rushing last year. I mean, he was the guy that they leaned on, besides the kid that transferred to Auburn. So I think with Cam, Mel, and Flowers, I mean, that's a good combination. And then how about this? Tight end, Alex Hunnig, named to college football's Freaks 2025 list.
Alex Hunnig?
The big tight end that we talked about. Yeah. So first of all, I didn't even know this existed. There's a Freaks list, and he was named. Oh, it's a list published by The Athletic. So he is considered one of the strongest, fastest, and most physical players in college football. He's 6'7". We talked about this. He's 6'7", 270. He's the former quarterback from Germany. Remember, we talked about he came from Germany. He began at TCU, and then he moved to tight end after his redshirt season at TCU. He played in 12 of 15 games. He was in the game, when TCU played for the national championship. And then he transferred to UConn. He had 6 catches last year, but 3 of them were for touchdowns, and they were all on the nakeds that I suggested for the record. He's 6'7", 270. He only has 14% body fat. And for NFL scouts, what do you think they project Alex Hunnig as possibly being at the next level?
Tackle.
There you go. He's projected that he could play offensive tackle. He cleans 395 pounds, which is the most that UConn strength coach Tyson Brown has ever seen in his 16 years in the business. which can very well be true because I would put on basically two blue plates, do a clean and drop it because I wasn't going to hurt myself cleaning and I didn't care. I only cared about the bench. He did 225 for 30 reps, which is huge. I believe I did 35. He vertical jumped 36, which is a little low. I think I was at 35 inches, and his broad jump was very good. He had a 10.5 inch broad jump. And he would have been a hot commodity had he gone into the portal this off season, but he's been very loyal to Coach Mora. He's, the guys that come from other countries, they have more of a, I believe this, they have more of a respect factor and more of a loyalty factor. They're not going to be guys who are chasing the money. So he is very, very loyal to Coach Mora. And again, like I've told you this, that tight end group could be the key. That tight end group could make the difference between the type of season we have because we got a guy like Alex, 6'7", 270, physical, comes off the ball, blocks, moves people at the point of attack. You got Lewis Hansen, who I think is the best of both worlds, but he's a better receiver than Hunnig. He runs better. He can catch the ball. He runs good routes. He also can block. He's big too. I mean, he's 6'5". He's 6'5", 250, 240. He's no slouch. Then Michael Burton. Burton is 6'2". I think he's around 260 as well. But he's the guy that I said that can play that off-the-ball wing tight end position. He can play in the backfield. And then, when we had Joe Villapiano on, Joe mentioned, which I thought was a great idea, and I had not even thought of, is going 20 personnel with a tight end. So you have two tailbacks in the backfield. You have your Y, your tight end on the line. There's the yawns coming already. And your two wide receivers. So I think that I think the versatility with the personnel groupings is going to make them very difficult to defend. And from the early reports, we got the one report from practice that said Joe Figiano's look great. And that is hugely important because you looked at the numbers we had last year with a Skylar Bell and a TJ Sheffield that we had. Both receivers had 50 catches each. That wasn't nearly enough. And that was partially because we didn't throw the ball a lot. And we couldn't throw the ball a lot. We had a lot of stops and starts with Nick Evers, and that hindered their numbers statistically and hindered our passing game. I think if they can put together everything with the passing game, with the receivers they have, the tight ends they have, the running backs they have, combined with the running game, and then as we talked about Friday, looking at the schedule, why can't they go undefeated?
I don't see why they can't. I mean, there are a couple games there. Syracuse, Duke. I mean, those are games that are going to be tough.
But they played Syracuse. They were a drive away from beating Syracuse last year.
Right. But
they were a drive away from beating Duke last year. Duke is coming to us, which is good. We still have to go to Syracuse, but we play Syracuse well at the Dome, and I'll be at that game. I'm excited for that one. And I think that, again, it's going to come down to defensively. There's so much more. There's a ton of changeover defensively. We talked about that on Wednesday or Friday. The changeover defensively is huge, with guys like Ben Smiley at defensive end, with Vincent Carroll Jackson playing as well. And then you have the Nebraska kids transferring in. Linebacker Tyquan Black from Temple, I think, is going to be a huge asset. So Coach Brock and you and Joe talked about it with the 3-5 defense, having faceless, nameless players who can step in and do everything that's needed to be done as far as providing a variety of looks, oddities. You know, you want to give the odd looks. You want to bring a variety of blitzes. So it's an attacking defense. It's not a defense that you're going to sit in. That's like 5 yawns in 1 minute. 5 yawns in a minute.
Is it?
Yeah, I've been counting. You're a great yawner. I can always tell when it's coming too, because you try to fight it. You try to suck it in and you fight it and you fight it and you fight it and you fight it, and then you just give up. And then you let it go. And then once you let it go, then they start flowing.
They flow.
Then they start flowing.
They're flowing. Like
so that's why I'm amazed you get up and you do your prospect podcast with these college coaches, and you don't yawn for them. You save all your yawns for me.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Well,
I'm gonna do one night. I'm gonna save all my farts. I'm gonna fart into the microphone all episode. Every time you yawn, I'm gonna fart. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that might not go that well.
So they also did the previews.
Okay.
They did season previews. Obviously, they didn't do Central Connect. That must be for the home games. No, it's not. Okay. No, it is for the it's got to be for the home games. Okay. So we played Florida Atlantic. We ran the ball 66 times for an FBS school record 421 yards. Darrell Robinson was the guy who transferred to Auburn, and Mel Brown each had 156 yards apiece. Nick Evers started the game after missing the time in Maryland, and Cam Edwards was, he didn't play as much. He only had 7 carries for 30 yards. Evers only threw the ball 14 times. He was 9 of 14 for 88 yards. So that's why I'm saying that we dominated this game, won this game, and we had very, very little with a passing attack. So that's why I feel so strongly with Joe Figliano, no questions asked. This is our guy. This is who we're going with. This is who's going to take control. This is our leader. We have 3 to 4 capable running backs. We have a slew of wide receivers. We have a powerful offensive line. We have great tight ends. So offensively, I think we can be explosive. That doesn't mean we should be. I still think we should err on the side of time of possession, run the ball, control the clock, play tough defense. I don't think you need to be, as everyone wants to, up-tempo, spread, and, snap the ball with 20 seconds left on the play clock. That's just not how we've had success in the past.
Agreed.
And you know, when it becomes October, November, we're going to have the advantage with the weather.
Right.
You know, it's going to be cold, it's going to be windy, and that's where we can really pour it on. Because if you look at the schedule again, so you know, October 18th, you know, we're at Boston College. That's a good game for us. November 1st, UAB. UAB's got to come here. That's going to be a tough trip for them. They're going to be playing outside. It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy at the Rent. Then November 8th, Duke. We get Duke at home. The same thing. Cold, windy, November. Perfect. Then the 15th is Air Force. And then we finish off with Florida Atlantic, the last game of the year, which is home. The only thing I did not like, Dave, about the scheduling.
What?
Well, we're an independent, so we can schedule our own games.
Correct.
And we only have 5 home games. We didn't get 6 and 6. We didn't get 7 like last year. I thought we should have done more to try to let you go. I thought they should have tried to pick up another home game. I mean, BC's more of a home game. I get that. So that's your 6 and 6. And I would rather have that than not. Air Force has been down. But again, I mean, you're raising prices for season tickets at the Rent, and you know, who are they looking forward to seeing? We got Central Connecticut State. We're playing Syracuse on the road. We're playing Delaware on the road. Then we return for Ball State. We go to Buffalo. Oh, maybe I'll go to that one too. Then we have FIU, Florida International.
Okay.
Then we're at BC, Rice. Then we have UAB, Duke, and Air Force to close out the home stretch. And then we're at Florida Atlantic on November 22nd.
Interesting.
Yeah. I love your response. Interesting. It's interesting. So yeah, it's crazy to think that we're less than 2 weeks away from that first home game. And so I'm also looking, I mean, that's the other thing that's, I had a discussion about Billy Irwin, who played with me, commented on one of the clips that we posted.
What did he say?
Well, I said that I made the comment to you that we have to put butts in the seats to be attractive to a conference. And Billy said, well, we need ratings as well. It's not so much showing up, it's ratings. Well, we don't have a real television deal. We have CBS Sports Network, but as I'm looking at this, Central Connecticut doesn't appear to be on TV at all. The Syracuse game will be on ESPN Plus, which is good. Delaware is going to be on ESPN Plus. Ball State, FIU. Wow, the BC game they don't even have scheduled right now for television. I'm sure it'll be on ESPN Plus. Rice, there's no TV. So, I mean, basically all the home games will be on CBS Sports Network.
Right.
Duke will be on CBS Sports Network. Air Force will be on CBS Sports Network. So out of the billions of dollars that the SEC and the Big Ten are getting from their television deals, hundreds of millions of dollars per year that they divvy up between the conference.
Right.
And, how much do you think we're getting from CBS?
Not much.
Exactly. So that's why I know they had a ceremony and touted raising $120 something million. I don't know what it's going to. I was told that because I wanted clarification on donations, if you want to donate to help out like operations, like travel, meals, hotels, all that, donate to the Husky Athletic Fund.
Right.
If you want to donate to help the players, donate to Store Central and the NIL fund. So that's kind of how it's working. And then just trying to read the practice notes. It's unfortunate that I don't know what Nick Evers ended up getting for this year. But they obviously, I mean, they didn't pull everything from him. They're obviously paying him. He is still such a work in progress. And Joe Figliano has separated himself far ahead. So Evers with 1 year of eligibility, and we talked about Farrar, the Virginia quarterback of the year from last season. He's a true freshman. Maybe you invest more resources in him. Maybe, I mean, do you want to blow his red shirt? I don't know, because kids leave. Maybe there's no, I mean, if you redshirt him, maybe he's going to be more attractive to other schools. I don't know. But that's going to be a big issue. Defensively is, they have not looked great. They've struggled, obviously, against the offense. They struggled in the spring against the offense. Part of the reason why they didn't have a spring game, obviously. They don't tackle well. They don't know where guys are going to fit in yet. But I believe Coach Brock will be able to do that. He'll be able to fit guys in. He'll be able to mix and match. And we'll have a great defense against the teams that we're playing. But even as I said to you, if we go undefeated, unless people come to games,
it's a long road.
Unless I really don't think it's that long of a road as you believe.
Oh, it definitely is.
It really isn't. Syracuse is. I'm here every day. I hear about Syracuse. Syracuse is down. Replacing the quarterback from last year.
Yep.
They're gonna they'll be a 6-6, 7-5, middle of the road ACC team.
Okay.
So that's not great. We can beat Syracuse. I think we can beat Duke. Okay. I think we can beat BC. We're playing teams we're competitive with. We're playing teams we're capable of winning, of defeating. We have to go out and do it. But my point is, winning, they say winning is everything. Winning right now isn't as important as the other factors. How much revenue are you generating? What are you
Right.
bringing to a conference?
Well, we're not getting
Especially we have to get into a conference. We cannot sustain this model until 2030. We can't keep going back to donors and expecting to get the $50 million that we would be receiving in television money if we were in a Power Four conference.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you were right. I mean, listen, the bottom line is, winning should have given us a better opportunity, but I don't know why it doesn't. You know?
Why it doesn't? Well, because we're not playing anyone.
Yeah.
We're not playing anyone. You know, when I was there, the excitement of moving to Division 1A, thanks for showing me your nuts. It's good to see them. They're still there. The excitement of moving to 1A was huge. And, you know, people came. That excitement is gone. There's resentment. There's, you know, basketball's winning. Why aren't we?
Yeah, that's true.
And for a team who's won 3 national championships in 3 years, 2 men, 1 with the women, to not be invited into a conference is an insult. It's just adding insult to injury. Because there's revenue to be made. You're not telling me if the ACC announced UConn was coming in, there wouldn't be a buzz. You don't think it would help the ACC get a better television deal?
Yeah,
You don't think
might.
the renewed rivalries with Syracuse, you know, being able to play Duke, being able to play North Carolina every year, all that would be huge. And we don't have it. And there's a reason we're the only independent team left in the country.
Is that true?
Yeah, other than Notre Dame. UMass went back to the MAC. They tucked their tails. They went back to the MAC because they understand that if you don't have a conference, you're screwed. Because you have to do everything yourself. You get no support. There's no revenue sharing. And now it's year in and year out that you have to do this.
I think you're right. I think the problem is that, well, with revenue sharing, it's going to be less of an issue. There'll be a cap. I don't know how they're going to raise for that, or if they're going to raise, but there will be a cap.
What do you mean for revenue sharing?
Like when it goes back internal.
Oh, for the sports. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll have a better understanding.
No, they announced revenue sharing last year. I don't know how they're going to do it, but obviously they're going to invest the revenue into the sports that generate revenue.
Right.
Like the rowing team isn't going to be getting $10 million.
I mean, what the hell? That's not a tight end. I mean, how that's not a Title IX issue.
Because Title IX has nothing to do with revenue. Title IX has to do with scholarship opportunities, as I explained to you. That's why Title IX sued, because they feel that female athletes being paid at the college level less than male athletes is a big deal and needs to be addressed in court and should be part of Title IX. But when Title IX was written, it was inconceivable that college athletes would be paid any kind of revenue.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I think that they still need the outside if they're going to have a shot. But
Well, they have to get into a conference. They can't keep doing this till 2030. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
And they're moving into Conference USA, moving into the Sun Belt, moving into a Group of 5 conference isn't
Gonna get caught.
it's not gonna solve any of the problems. We're better off just staying in the Big East and dropping down in football.
What week are we in camp? Second week, or is this the first week?
No, camp's been going on for a while. I told you when I was up there the week of the 28th, they had started. July 28th.
So they have like a week 0 game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, August 30th is the week 0 game.
Okay. Yeah, that's
they play Central, they play Delaware, or Central, Syracuse, and Delaware.
Just kill all those teams. Syracuse will be tougher. Should kill Delaware.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should.
Who
did you? You're always tired.
Middle of the afternoon, my friend.
Yeah, because you do your prospect podcast for 2 hours. I would love to know what you talk about for 2 hours.
Listen to one of them and find out.
I can't because I want to punch these college coaches who think they have all the answers because they don't.
Why? What do you mean?
They come on and they do their little spiel about how they know this and reinvented this and they're geniuses. And you know what? College coaching, 99% of it doesn't matter. It's all about who has the best players.
What?
It's all about who has the best players.
I would agree with that to the most part.
Bill Samko, the head coach at Tufts, told me 95% of the time the team with the best players wins.
Right.
So watching film, practicing, out scheming, doesn't matter if you don't have the best players.
The one guy who can run like the wind blows is going to make all the difference.
That's really it.
That's depressing.
Well, it's true. It's true. That's why there are no experts. There's schemes that put players in an advantageous position to have success.
Right.
But otherwise, the team that has the best players wins. Or we'd be seeing more upsets. Okay, you can go take your siesta. I'll find out if Frank is back.
I can't wait for Red Republic tonight.
Yeah, I can't either. A lot going on.
I'm jacked up for that one.
A lot going on. Now, that'll wake you up.
Like when you look at UConn, right? News, UConn football news. Okay?
There isn't any.
You type it in.
There isn't any.
Let's see. Ranked 73rd in RJ Young's top 136. Les Ho, you already spoke about it.
Skylar Bell.
Morris says the team's better.
Of course they are. He has to say that.
Mel Brown's maturing into a threat.
He's been a threat. He had 800 yards rushing last year or 600 yards rushing last year.
A very few amount of carries.
Yeah, he averaged like 6 yards a carry. He was awesome.
UConn's got to run the ball.
Do you listen to a word I say, or do you just turn
and play action? Yeah. Play action will be big. I do listen.
You don't listen to a word I say.
I do. You said it.
You don't listen to. I said that because of their running game.
Yes, of course.
If we have a passing game, it should be very explosive. It should be downfield, and it should provide an incredible compliment to our already devastating offensive running attack with a three-headed monster.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we should score 35 points a game, no problem. Hands down. I fully believe that. So
there's so little info on UConn.
That's why I said it's frustrating. Every practice there were camp notes. When you played, there were camp notes. There's 0 camp notes.
Why?
And I don't know. Because the Current doesn't care. The New Haven Register, the Connecticut Post, they don't care. And because UConn is more concerned about putting up videos on X than covering the team, than have someone competent saying so-and-so had a good 7-on-7. Oh, the defense had a great inside run period. Oh, the last part of team, the defense came alive and dominated, and Ben Smiley had 2 sacks. I mean, they just don't cover it. So that's why and maybe it's by choice, because they don't want other schools to know what players are doing well to go after them in the portal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't have more coverage. It should be much more covered. I'm just trying to go to UConnHuskies.com here.
There's nothing there. I was just there. All there is Alex Hunnig being on the Freaks list, Skylar Bell on the Bolitnikoff list, Cam Edwards on the Doak Walker list, and Wes Ho on the Remington Award list.
There's nothing new.
Well, I get it to a sense that they don't want to put anyone's name on.
There's a main page article. What do you think about this pop-up mission? Comes up every time you go to their site.
There's a what?
A pop-up. It says if you like tickets. Yeah, but anyway, I gotta run.
Yeah, I know. I know you.
9 o'clock, 9:30, whatever.
What? Do you have practice
tonight? Yeah.
You have football practice.
I'll be done by like 8:30.
Yeah. And this is tackle football, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Apple Republic, baby, tonight.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Hopefully
begins.
Hopefully we'll have Frank.
Thanks for the funding, Phil and Kevin Freeman. We'll keep the show going.
I told Kevin Freeman, I emailed him. I said, dude, just give us a trial run. Pay us something, give us a trial run. He didn't respond. I said, Dave put a number out there that is much, much less than the worth of the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is worth much more than the price that he gave you. Give us a 3-month trial, pay us less, pay us something, and then decide if you want to do it or not. Because you're getting 1.4 million subscribers, trafficked. You have the YouTube channel, and then you have it where you can play shows on UConn Plus, UConnHuskies.com. You're getting traffic to your website. The National C Club, which people cannot find. If you go to UConnHuskies.com, I'd love to know where the National C Club is. You need people to sign up for that. We can run ads for that. All you will hear is National C Club. All you will hear is donations. I said, give us a trial run. Pay us what you can. and then in 3 months, decide if you want to do it or not. Because to not do it, you're hurting yourself. Because all you're doing is strengthening our product. You're muted. You're still muted.
Yeah, I don't.
All you're doing is strengthening our product, because we provide entertainment, information with the best coverage of UConn football.
I'm gonna go. I have a place I'm going to. So,
what do you mean a place you're going to?
To get a sponsor.
Who do you have?
I have a place I'm going to go to.
You have a place you're going to go to.
Let's see if it works.
Well, I talked to Audible and sent some stuff in as well, so I'm hoping.
I don't want that. They're not going to give you it. Stop wasting your time.
Stop wasting your time. Well, yeah. Who do you go to for sponsors?
I'm going to CEOs. And I'm
okay. There. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Just take 2 oranges and bring them to a CEO.